Hello friends, hope you're having a great start to your week. I was off from work today, which was nice. So I took advantage to make some projects before the end of May because I won't be around much between May and September or August. But anywho, I had this paper for over a year and it's just been sitting there, and I thought, let me make something with this. Summer's coming and strawberries, and and I'm not a strawberry fan. I don't I'm weird with food. There's certain textures I don't like. I wouldn't bite into a strawberry, but I like it in a smoothie, if that makes sense. I don't know. I can't explain it. And no, I don't like chocolate covered strawberries either. It's just a thing. So being that I don't like to eat them, I thought, well, let me put them on paper. So that's what I did. I used, I think it was like 3 sheets of the 6x6 paper, and with the scraps, I didn't throw them away like we usually don't, and I made another project just from the scraps. So this is from Prima, and like I said, I bought this almost 2 years ago. So the paper and then the matching ephemera. So that's what I used. And being on the theme of the projects that I've been posting, it's like, why not? Might as well do something with this one. So I created same folio, different theme, and then this is what I created with the scraps. So let's go over this one. This one I just added ribbon to it, and this bead I got from Junk Journaling from the Man Cave. We did a swap a while ago and the beads were in there, and so I used that bead and just ribbon from my stash. I didn't want to punch a hole in the paper and put an eyelet on there, so I just added the ribbon on the bottom. And flat ribbon works best when you're doing something this small, because this you can put through the mail. It'll fit in an envelope, a regular size envelope. And so I wanted just to keep it thin and mailable as possible for, maybe you want to mail it to a friend, send some happy mail to friends or whatever. It just brings a smile to somebody's face. So this I created again with the same pocket, like my prayer pocket folios, the Z fold. That's the same thing I've done with this. So all the ephemera again is from the pack of this that matches the paper. And so here's a little ephemera card that I used. Added ephemera here. This is a piece of ephemera. This was also in the ephemera pack. And then I added a little belly band in the center. I cut off this from a strip of paper that I had, and I just used some paper that I had in my stash. This is one of the cards from the collection as well, from the same paper pad. Everything is from that paper collection I showed you earlier. I created a pocket. All these pockets and things were made from the leftover of the papers that I already used. Again, this came with that as well, as did this one. And then I just created this card. These papers I had in my stash, in my scrap pile in my bag. So I decided I might as well use it. I don't use pink a lot. I like the blacks and the whites and the silvers and the gold. Pink for me, I don't know. I don't know. But it's vibrant, it's pretty, and I thought, let me just work with this. The paper's just been sitting there. And this is just pretty paper. I didn't have the heart to put anything on it. This is actually part of this. I just cut it and placed it here. Made another card. The triangles were also made from leftover pieces of the initial cut pieces. This is also from the ephemera pack, which I think it's beautiful paper. Flip it over, and it's double-sided paper. And it didn't dawn on me. Oh my God, you guys are gonna think I'm silly, but I'll explain in a second. This is, again, strawberries from the ephemera pack, that you can take this out. And so I did this here. Added this strip from leftovers. This is also from the ephemera pack. And that's it. Okay, I did use white paper that I had, and I cut these down and I attached them like I did in the previous video. And I don't know why, I don't have a lot of double-sided paper, so it did not occur to me. If you're using double-sided paper, you don't need to use cut separate postcard size papers. And yeah, you know, sometimes my brain just, it hits me different. I can't explain it. So I experimented with this. Again, this is made from leftover scraps of this project. So I didn't cut any new paper. It's all scraps from this project that I created this. And so I had this paper. I don't have a white paper clip where I would have attached a white clip. This is ribbon from my stash. This was piece of the same paper line, but I just cut this little one out to fit in here. And so a lot of times, and I've mentioned this before, I let my scraps determine the size of my project. So these are 2x3s. So these, by the time I cut this down, I had a whole 3-inch strip left over because it's 6x6 paper. So I had 3-inch strips that I created this from. You could have made this into a tuck spot, but I didn't want to cover up the little teacup. This is also part of the paper collection, and a little ephemera pieces on there. Same thing with this. Cut the little angled pockets from the same scraps of paper I had from before. And then the back side, created a belly band from a strip of this one on here, and so forth. So it's pretty much the same throughout. And again, scrap pieces. Now, the beauty of double-sided paper is you don't have to mat this on another paper, on another card or another panel. This is all double-sided paper. So just cut the paper to the sizes that you want, and then you can create this without having to double mat everything. Being again that I don't have a lot of double-sided paper, it never occurred to me. So there you go. These two projects made from the paper line. I don't know what it's called. I'm thinking, oh, Strawberry Milkshake from my friend Frank Garcia. Strawberry Milkshake is the name of this paper pad from Prima. Again, two projects, one set of, I think I used 3 papers. No, I had to have used 6 sheets of paper that I used, because actually 8, because I used panel cards that I cut out and then I matted that, where I could have just used double-sided paper and let that be on both sides, but I didn't think of it, but I did do it for this. So it's not as thick. So I like this one because it's sturdier, because you can just set it out as a card on display on a mantle or a little frame. But those are my projects that I worked on today. I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. It's always nice to hear from you guys, and thank you for your words of encouragement. It means a lot. Y'all take care. Have a blessed rest of your day. Until next time.